Ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, good afternoon. FIBA U19 Basketball Cup 2017. Today's rose ceremony marks a key milestone on the road to this great event, which for the first time ever will take place in Africa. We are privileged to be in historic site of Cairo, Prince Mohammed Ali's palace, and it is a pleasure to welcome our many guests, as well as representatives of some of the participating national federations. In particular, I would like to welcome Minister of Youth and Sports, Excellency Engineer Khaled Abdelaziz, and Professor Dr. Magdi Abu Freiha, President of the Egyptian Basketball Federation. The FIBA U19 Basketball World Cup brings together the stars of tomorrow. The 2015 edition was held on the Greek island of Crete, and so the USA overcome Croatia in overtime of an incredible final. This year, the event will be hosted here in Cairo, at the Cairo Stadium Indoor Complex, where players will take the court from the 1st to 9th July to battle for the title of world champions. Here is a glimpse of what we can expect. Some great action there from the 2015 edition of the FIBA U19 Basketball World Cup and from last summer's FIBA U18 Continental Championships that saw 15 countries book their tickets to Egypt. Let's see together who the teams are. The hosts, Egypt. From Africa, Angola and Mali. From the Americas, the USA, Canada, Puerto Rico, and fourth team to be announced by FIBA. From Asia, Iran, Japan, Korea. From Europe, France, Lithuania, Italy, Germany, and Spain. From Oceania, New Zealand. As you saw, a fourth team from the Americas will be announced soon by FIBA to finalize the lineup of 16 teams following the suspension of Brazil. I would now like to invite on stage the first speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Professor Dr. Magdi Abu Freiha, President of the Egyptian Basketball Federation. تفضل. Hi.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بداية أرحب بكم جميعا. معالي الوزير المهندس خالد عبد العزيز وزير الشباب والرياضة وراعي الرياضة المصرية والداعم الرئيسي لهذا الحدث الرياضي الكبير. السادة الأفاضل رئيس وأعضاء الاتحاد الدولي والأفريقي والعربي لكرة السلة، ضيوفنا الأعزاء سفراء وأعضاء ومندوبي اتحادات الدول المشاركة في البطولة، السادة المدعوين الأعزاء المحبين للرياضة المصرية. كما أرحب بالإعلام الرياضي المرئي والمسموع والمقروء والذي يعد أحد عناصر البنية الأساسية للرياضة المصرية. أود في البداية أن أتقدم بخالص الشكر والتقدير لكل من ساهم وداعم وساند الملف المصري لتنظيم كأس العالم للشباب تحت 19 سنة بأرض الكنانة مصر. كما أتقدم بخالص التقدير للسادة رئيس وأعضاء الاتحاد الدولي لكرة السلة لثقتهم في الاتحاد المصري لكرة السلة والإدارة الرياضية المصرية وإسناد هذا الحدث الهام لبلدنا الحبيب. وسوف ترون بأنفسكم بأن مصر أهل لهذه الثقة. إنه لمن دواعي الفخر أن تتشرف مصر بتنظيم بطولة كأس العالم للشباب في كرة السلة لأول مرة، وبمشيئة الله لن تكون الأخيرة. لقد أخذنا الأمر على عاتقنا مدعوم بوعد كريم من معالي وزير الشباب والرياضة المهندس خالد عبد العزيز بالإسهام والمساندة والدعم وبمساندة جميع أجهزة الدولة المعنية، وبمباركة ودعم خاص من فخامة رئيس الجمهورية عبد الفتاح السيسي، وبإصرار وعزم من إدارة الاتحاد المصري لكرة السلة لإنجاح هذا الحدث الرياضي الكبير الذي سيضيف لنجاحات مصر الرياضية نجاحا عظيما يسجل في تاريخ مصر الرياضي. كنا ولا زلنا وسنظل عازمين على رفع راية مصر الرياضية عالية خفاقة في جميع المحافل الدولية وعلى أرض مصر بسواعد أبنائها المخلصين وشبابها الواعدين وقادتها العاشقين لأرضها وسمائها. إن ثقة العالم في مصر لتنظيم هذا الحدث الذي يستضيف أكثر من 16 دولة ما بين مشاركين ومنظمين وإعلاميين ومشجعين لم يأتي من فراغ، وإنما جاء بناء على رؤية إيجابية لمستقبل هذا البلد إداريا وأمنيا، ونتيجة لعمل وجهد متواصل ومستمر من أبنائها قادة وشعبا لتتبوأ مصر مكانتها التي تستحقها. وأخيرا فإني على ثقة وإيمان بأن هذا الحدث سيكون بمثابة دفعة استثنائية لرياضة كرة السلة المصرية إداريا وتنظيميا وفنيا. مع خالص أمنياتي للمشاركين في بطولة كأس العالم للشباب تحت 19 سنة بمصر بمزيد من التوفيق، كما أتمنى للجميع قضاء وقتا سعيدا وطيبا على أرض مصر وفي أجواء من المحبة والأخاء في ظل حضارة عريقة وشعب محب ومضياف. مع خالص تحيات الاتحاد المصري لكرة السلة. تحيا مصر.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Magdi Abufreikha. Thank you. What an incredible opportunity to host the FIBA U19 Basketball World Cup here in Cairo. Let's now welcome on stage a representative of Egypt's Ministry of Sports and Youth. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome His Excellency, Engineer Khalid Abdel Aziz. تفضل.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سيد الأستاذ مجدي أبوفريخة رئيس الاتحاد المصري لكرة السلة، أساتذتنا الموجودين معانا الأستاذ محمود أحمد علي رئيس اللجنة الأولمبية السابق، والأستاذ حنفي أبو طالب رئيس جهاز الرياضة، كباتن مصر العظام جدا، كابتن محمود الخطيب النجم الأشهر في تاريخ الكرة المصرية، والمجموعة السادة الرياضيين من الباسكت اللي هيكونوا معانا، الأستاذ مدحت وردة، الأستاذ عمرو أبو الخير، الأستاذ محمد السيد سليمان، الأستاذ سمير جودة. الحقيقة كل المجموعة اللي موجودة أنا يعني بشكر حضراتكم جدا على إتاحة هذه الفرصة. لكن عايز أقول أن تنظيم مصر لكأس العالم لكرة السلة للشباب تحت 19 سنة وبكل هذه الدول اللي جايه من كل حته في العالم هي رساله مهمه جدا، مش بس على المستوى الرياضي ولا ايضا على مستوى العلاقات مع الشباب المصري، لان انا من وجهه نظري ان توطيد اواصر العلاقه بين الشباب في العالم كله في بطوله كبيره زي دي هيستمروا عندنا اكثر من 11 يوم موجودين او يمكن 12 يوم من كل دول العالم. انا اعتقد دي رساله مهمه جدا على المستوى الشبابي والمستوى الرياضي، وبنوعد ان شاء الله ان احنا كل امكانيات الحكومه هتكون الحقيقه يعني تحت امر الاتحاد المصري لكره السله لاقامه بطوله تنقل الى العالم كله وتوضح المستوى العالي للمنشات الرياضيه المصريه. ايضا البنيه الاساسيه الفندقيه لمصر على مستوى عالي جدا. ان شاء الله تكون بطوله ناجحه. تمنياتنا ليها لجميع الفرق المشاركه انها تستمتع بالوقت الموجود في مصر وفي القاهره، وتمنياتنا للفريق المصري ان شاء الله باداء بطوله جيده، وان شاء الله باذن الله تكون دي بدايه لاستضافه بطولات اكبر في كره السله، مش بس تحت 19 سنه للشباب ولكن البطولات الاكبر باذن الله، وتكون بدايه في التعاون مع كل الاتحادات الدوليه لاستضافه اعظم البطولات. احنا عندنا بطوله كاس العالم لكره اليد 2021 للكبار هتتعمل في مصر، لكن ان شاء الله دي هتكون بدايه مع الاتحاد الدولي لكره السله عشان بعد كده نتقدم لاستضافه كاس العالم لكره السله للكبار ان شاء الله في وقت لاحق. بشكركم جدا على اتاحه الفرصه وتمنياتي ببطوله ان شاء الله ناجحه باذن الله. شكرا.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Thank you. Thank you. We talked about all the many attractions and fantastic history that Cairo and Egypt as a whole have to offer. Let's take a glimpse of it all in images with this short video. We all look forward to this summer to welcome and celebrate basketball stars of tomorrow. It is a pleasure for me to now invite on stage the representative of FIBA, Mr. Ashley Malcolm Green, Sports and Competitions Manager.
Hello, Rania.
Hi, Mr. Ashley.
Hello.
Hello. How important is it for FIBA to organize this event in Egypt and in Africa?
Well, it's a great pleasure, really. I mean, dear Minister of Youth and Sports, dear President of the Egyptian Basketball Federation, basketball friends, I think this is the key word, basketball friends. It is a great pleasure for us to be here today for the draw ceremony of the FIBA U19 Basketball World Cup. It's, as you said before, it's the first time FIBA is hosting a Basketball World Cup men here in the African continent.
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity, I think, for the development and the promotion of our beloved sports in this continent. It's really an important, a very important step. I would like to thank, because of this, I would like to thank, and FIBA would like to thank the Egyptian Basketball Federation and all the supporting government authorities that are making this dream possible. One little thing I would like to add.
Okay.
We didn't mention this. As you can see right behind me, it's the official logo of the event, and it's also a new naming of the event. So we're not only hosting this event in Africa for the first time, but we're also hosting this event for the first time with its new name. It's a small detail, maybe, for some of you, for some people that are watching for us at home. It used to be, as you might know, U19 World Championship, and now it's FIBA U19 Basketball World Cup. Small detail in words, but very important aspect for us. Why? Well, because it reflects the status of the event. It aligns it with our top event, naturally, which is the FIBA Basketball World Cup. And we think that with this new naming, really it reflects what this event is, and that's the place where, how we like to say it, the stars of tomorrow are born. We've seen many great players on our courts every 2 years, even with the U17s every other year. So this is what you should expect to see, what everyone should expect to see this summer here in Cairo. Yeah, one last thing. So it's a key milestone today here in Cairo for the draw ceremony. We have a few months to the event in July. We're really looking forward as FIBA to work with the local organizing committee, with all the authorities, with the Egyptian Basketball Federation to make this an event to remember, really.
Thank you very much, Mr. Green, for your words.
Thank you.
It's almost time to start the draw. Would you like to tell us how it will work?
Yes. So, you can see on my sides here, on the right side, we have what we call pots. So we have 16 teams, as you saw before in the event. They have been divided into 4 pots. So in pot 1, on the far right, we have USA, Canada, France, and Lithuania. In pot 2, we have Italy, Germany, Spain, and New Zealand. Pot 3 here has Puerto Rico, the 4th team from Americas, Iran, and Japan. And in pot 4 here on closest to me, it's Korea, Egypt, Angola, and Mali. Why this division? Well, simply to divide the teams based on their expected strength and geographical principles. On my left here, you also have numbers. What does it mean? It means that for each group, so group A, B, C, and D, we'll also immediately draw a group number for the teams that are drawn on my right side. We'll have some guests helping us, but there are a few exceptions I will already explain now, but I will also explain them afterwards.
Okay.
In pot 2, we have New Zealand. Well, New Zealand, in order to have at least one European team in each group, well, New Zealand will not be able to play with USA or Canada and will either be drawn with France or Lithuania. For pot 3, we have 2 more American teams, in addition to the first 2 in the first pot. So that's Puerto Rico and a 4th team from Americas. Well, they will be drawn in the 2 groups without USA and Canada. And in pot 4, and I'm finished, we have Korea. And Korea, as an Asian team, will not be able to be drawn in the same group as Iran or Japan.
Okay.
I think that's it for the draw principle, and I will again explain it during the draw.
Okay.
Thank you.
However, we'll need some helping hands to carry it out. For this, we have some special guests, and I'm very happy to introduce the first 2 of our first guests, the former Egyptian national team player, and he was also named as African Player of the Century. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Medhat Warda. Hi, Mr. Medhat.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Can you share with us how you start playing basketball? ممكن حضرتك تقول لنا ازاي ابتديت basketball?
In English? Or?
In English.
I started in 1970.
Okay.
I had 15. I was a swimmer, one of the champion of Egypt. I started too late when I was 15 years old. When I saw Adel Sharaf playing, one of the greatest players in Africa, not in Egypt. It was by accident. When I saw him, I took a decision in the same day
to be a basketball player.
To be a basketball player.
Okay.
So
Good.
I changed it. It's a long story, but
this is how you do it.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
If you look back to your great career, there is a specific moment or game that you can't forget.
I think it was the last in 1983, the greatest tournament, Africa. I think it was the latest tournament which we won. So it was a great days in 1983. I hope we will be the champ again.
Inshallah. Thank you, Mr. Warda. Can you take your place, please?
Thank you.
So you will not be alone today, and we have a second guest here with us. He was the second leading scorer at the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Muhammad Sayyid Sulaiman Salawi.
Hi.
Hi, Mr. Salawi. Hi. You played in the FIBA Basketball World Cup 1990 in Argentina.
Yes.
What was that experience for you?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. استفدنا كتير من البطولة دي كأول مرة كانت مصر تروح بطولة. استفدنا منها كلاعيبة خبرات كتيرة. خبرات دي قدرنا ننقلها للجيل اللي بعدينا ونتمنى ان مصر توفق ان شاء الله في الدورة.
Okay, he told us that it was a very, very good experience. It was the first time for Egypt to be there in the World Cup champions, and he wished that the new generations will do it better. How excited are you to see Egypt host the FIBA U19 Basketball World Cup 2017?
اعتقد ان شاء الله ان مصر هتكون رائده في تنظيم البطوله دي ونشكر الاتحاد المصري ونشكر سياده الوزير على مساعدته. واحنا كنا نتمنى واحنا بنلعب ان يكون في بطولات زي دي في مصر، لكن دي خطوه جريئه ان شاء الله هتؤدي الى انتشار الباسكت اسرع، وان هو كان في وقت من الاوقات اللعبه الشعبيه، وان شاء الله هيرجع مكانتها ومصر رائده وتستفيد تنظيما ونجاحا ان شاء الله. كل التوفيق للاتحاد المصري في البطوله دي ان شاء الله.
طبعا he's saying to us that it is a very, very important event, and he's wishing good luck to Egypt. Thank you, Mr. Salawi. Can you take your place, please? Okay, Mr. Green, everyone is ready now for the draw?
Yes.
We'll leave the stage for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Gentlemen, we're ready to start.
Yes.
So, we'll start obviously from my right side. We have pot one. So we have, in pot one, we have 4 teams. We have the United States, we have Canada, we have France, and you have Lithuania. If we can display the draw software, please. Thank you. Fantastic. So we start with pot one. So what if you can mix and choose the first ball that goes to group A.
France.
To group A, we have France. And the group number from this pot? Thank you.
Number 4.
France in group A with number 4. Thank you very much. Second team from pot 1 to group B.
Lithuania.
To group B, it's Lithuania with number.
Number 4.
Again with number 4. Third team from pot 1 goes to group C.
Canada.
It's Canada. So from group C.
Number 1.
Canada to group C with number 1. The last team in pot 1. There should be only one choice left. Let's see if we did it right.
USA.
To group D, United States of America with number.
Four.
Number 4. So that's it for first pot. To group A, we have France. In group B, it's Lithuania. Group D, Canada. Group C, Canada, excuse me. Group D, USA. Now, for pot 2, we said it before. We have a small exception. It's New Zealand. So we said that we have 3 more teams from Europe in pot 2. In order to make sure that each group has at least one team from Europe. Therefore, it means that New Zealand cannot be drawn with the American teams, Canada and USA. So I will now put Group A and Group B. So the 2 groups with France and Lithuania here. And we will now draw the group for New Zealand. So New Zealand will be playing, please, in Group
A.
New Zealand goes to Group A with France. With group number, please.
Number 2.
Number 2. Now, just to be transparent, we'll show also the other pot we had, the other group,
B.
which was obviously Group B. Thank you very much. Now, with the rest of the 3 European teams in pot 2, we can have a straight draw with groups B, C, and D. So we'll start with Group B.
Germany.
To Group B with Lithuania, it's Germany. What number? Group B.
Okay. One.
Number 1. We have Italy and Spain left in pot 2. To Group C.
Spain.
It's Spain. So Spain goes to Group C together with Canada with number
3.
number 3. Last team in pot 2 to Group D together with the USA.
Italy.
And it is Italy with the number in Group D.
Yes. Three.
With number 3. So we finished the first 2 pots. Let's maybe recap. Group A, it's New Zealand and France. To Group B, Germany and Lithuania. To Group C, it's Canada and Spain. And to Group D, it's Italy and USA.
What an exciting moment.
Yes, indeed. Thank you.
I would like to thank Mr. Warda and Mr. Sulaiman. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you
Welcome.
for being
Thank you.
present here today.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. As I told you before, we have... Thank you. As I told you before, we have invited a number of guests here to help us. It is my pleasure to introduce 2 men who will help Mr. Green again with the last 2 pots. First one, he's a former Egyptian national team player. At the end of his career, he became a coach and was the head coach of the Egyptian national team at the FIBA Basketball World Cup Spain 2014. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Amr Abul Khair. Hi, Mr. Amr. Hi. Can I ask you something? Egypt becomes the first African country to host the FIBA U19 Basketball World Cup. What does this mean to you and to your country?
As one of the basketball family, I think we have the honor to host the World Cup. But I think too that we have the right to host that World Cup because as Egyptian basketball is one of the history of basketball in Africa is coming from Egypt. If we can talk, it's about we won the EuroLeague 1948. It's maybe our first tournament. We won it as we are playing in Europe, and think we have the right and have the chance to show the world how Egypt become.
Okay, what do you think are the benefits of hosting the U19 basketball World Cup in Egypt?
I think now all the delegates can have the chance to come and to visit Egypt, and we can show them the history of Egypt and how Egypt become safe now and peace, and to show them that we have the career now, the people that can organize the second biggest basketball event in the world.
Thank you, Mr. Amr.
Thank you.
Can you take your place, please?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, then the last player joining us on stage played at the FIBA Basketball World Cup 1994 in Canada. Let's have a round of applause for Mr. Samir Gouda.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi, Mr. Samir.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
Good.
You had a fantastic performance for Egypt's national team in 1994. What is your memories about this year?
And I have a great memory in World Championship in 1994. To be in the World Championship in 94, to be the best blocker and second rebounder in the World Championship is a great memory. From this time, you know, all the Europe, they're watching the player in the World Championship. It's a great chance for me to pass to play like overseas, like 14 years now. You know, World Championship is a great step for the player, you know, to play like a professional player.
Okay.
Thank you.
What is your advice for the players who will compete this summer in the FIBA U19 World Cup?
I want to say to the player, just working hard. You understand? It's a great chance. Don't lose the chance. It's a great chance to have the European Championship, the World Championship in our country. Just don't lose the chance. Working hard. Show everybody we have a great team. We have a great player. To be professional for the future, inshallah.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take your place, please. Thank you. Mr. Clean, I will leave you to conclude the draw again for the next pot.
Let's do it.
Thank you.
Great. Feels like I'm starting again, but we have 2 pots left, pot 3 and pot 4. Once again, in Group A, we had New Zealand and France. Group B, Germany, Lithuania. Group C, Canada, Spain. Group D, Italy, USA. And we continue with pot 3. We mentioned it before. Pot 3, we have 2 more American teams, Puerto Rico, and the 4th team from Americas to be announced by FIBA in the coming weeks. We have an exception, therefore. Those 2 teams cannot be playing for geographical principles together with Canada and the United States. I will therefore, again, have groups A and B in pot 2 here. And we will draw, first of all, Puerto Rico to group
B.
Puerto Rico goes to Group B with Germany and Lithuania. So we'll be drawing the number from Group B.
Three.
And it's number 3. Thank you very much. The 4th team from the Americas will be going to group
A.
To Group A with New Zealand and France with number
1.
with number 1. Now, here we have Iran and Japan. It's a straight draw. We have 2 groups left. It's group C and D. So let's do group C first, please. So to group C,
Japan.
it's Japan. With group number from group C.
Two.
So Japan goes to group C with number 2 and plays with Canada and Spain. And the last team in the pot is and goes to group D. And it's
Iran.
Iran to group D with number
1.
with number 1. So that concludes pot 3. In group A, we have America's TBA, 4th team from the Americas, together with New Zealand and France. In group B, Germany, Puerto Rico, and Lithuania. Group C, Canada, Japan, and Spain. And group D, Iran, Italy, and the USA. Now, we move to pot 4. Again, last exception of the draw. The exception that we said before, it's Korea. Korea cannot play with the other 2 Asian teams. That's Japan and Iran. So they can only go to group A and group B. I will put again group A and group B in this pot. Now we'll be drawing, first of all, Korea.
A.
Korea goes to group A with America's TBA, New Zealand, and France with number
3.
number 3. Like we did before, for transparency, we'll just show the other ball in the pot. And it is indeed
B.
Group B. Now, we have the 3 teams from the African continent left. It's in pot 4. It's Egypt, Angola, and Mali. And we will be doing a straight draw for those 3 teams. So we'll start with Group B, please.
Egypt.
So Egypt, the host, goes to Group B with Germany, Puerto Rico, and Lithuania with number gentlemen, please.
2.
With the last number in the group, which is indeed number 2. Now we have 2 teams left to Group C.
Mali.
Mali. Mali goes to Group C with the last number. No, C.
Four.
With number 4. And the last team to Group D, together with Iran, Italy, and the United States.
Angola.
And it's Angola, with the last number from Group D. number 2.
Okay.
Rania?
The draw has now concluded, and the groups are set.
Well, let's read them out.
Let's read them out.
Group A, Americas, 4th team from Americas to be announced by FIBA, New Zealand, Korea, and France. To Group B is Germany, the host Egypt, Puerto Rico, and Lithuania. To Group C, we have Canada, Japan, Spain, and Mali. And to Group D, it's Iran, Angola, Italy, and the United States of America.
Thank you again,
Thank you.
Mr.
Thank you
Abul
very
Khair,
much.
Mr.
Thank
Gouda,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, stay with us, stay with us.
Thank you.
Samir.
Mr. Gouda, please, stay here.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Green, and thank you to all those tuning in here in Egypt and all around the world on FIBA's social media channels. We hope and look forward to seeing you here in Cairo at Cairo Stadium Indoor Complex together with many basketball fans from Saturday 1st to Sunday 9th July. You can find all information about the event on its official website, fiba.com/U19. Be sure not to miss out on the basketball stars of tomorrow. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending today a cocktail lunch. No?
Video.
Okay,
Video.
والله
Mixing perfect in the middle. We started so we finished so not bad. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending. The lunch will be served outside for all interviews. We invite you kindly to
Thank you
use
very
the
much.
media area located outside. Draw results will be displayed shortly.
Yes, I'm
Thank
happy.
you.
حياك الله حبيبي. السلام عليكم. ربنا يخليك الله يخليك.